This is Jet Likings, and welcome to Redline News Network, your home for supercar and automotive news. Exciting week for you this week, including a brand new hybrid Ferrari, Volcano-powered supercars, a new Nurburgring record, and some EV updates. Let's go. The codename F171 is no longer. Ladies and gentlemen, Ferrari has officially released the Ferrari 296 GTB. No, we didn't get a Dino, but instead a 296 name in which the 29 from 296 stands for engine displacement, aka 2.9 liters, and the 6 from 296 is the cylinder count, aka a V6. This is the first V6 hybrid Ferrari and the first V6 road car since the Dino era. As we speculated in last week's episode, the V6 is a wide angle with a turbo sitting inside the V. Total horse is 819 horsepower and 546 pound-feet of torque, pumping out a 2.9 second 0 to 62. It can also do a fully electric mode, but only expect a short trip to the grocery store as you only get 16 miles. The transmission seems to be shared with the SF90, which is an 8-speed dual-clutch auto. All this gets you a tenth of a second quicker than the McLaren Artura at 62 miles per hour and a full second quicker to 124 miles per hour. Now, as we know, hybrids and electrics can get heavy quickly. Well, the 296 GTB weighs in at 3,241 pounds, only 77 pounds more than the F8 Tributo. Super exciting debut by Ferrari. Glad to see the V6 back, coupled by a couple of spinny boys. What else could we expect from Ferrari around the corner? Any ideas? Or maybe an Urus competition? Drop them in the comments below. Let's switch over to Volcano-powered cars. Yeah, you heard me right. There is a new fuel called Vulcanol that Koenigsegg and Geely are actively investigating. Vulcanol is the product of an Icelandic company called Carbon Recycling International. They've built a plant that has taken CO2 from a semi-active volcano and combines it with hydrogen to create a form of methanol. As long as they can find sustainably harvested hydrogen, this fuel could be carbon neutral. Basically, instead of the emissions going from the volcano to the atmosphere, it would first pass through the engine. Now, Koenigsegg has recently invested in electric tech, but state that they are looking for that next generation electrification, and maybe this is a way for them to combine technologies to make their product stand out. Geely, who owns Volvo and Polestar, is already testing meth-powered cars in China and has invested $45.5 million USD into Carbon Recycling International back in 2015. As the internal combustion engine is on life support, maybe this tech will be enough to extend the death by a decade. What are your thoughts? Drop them in the comments below. As we reported in last week's episode, the Tesla Model S Plaid has taken the production quarter-mile record. Well, Motor Trend was able to get their hands on the Plaid this past week and recreated a 0 to 60 second run. However, with Tesla looking over their shoulder. Turns out that you need very specific ingredients to get the Plaid to do a sub 2 second 0 to 60 time. First, you need to be at a drag strip, and in this case, Tesla had to choose it. Keep in mind, if you're doing this on your own, good luck getting a strip to allow it without a roll cage and other safety items that Tesla does not include. Next, you need some track bite or some sticky resin that's at the launch of typical drag strips so you can get some traction. Third, you need to put the car into drag strip mode, which can take 8 to 15 minutes. This car will be doing some prep work, including cooling or heating the batteries and motors. Finally, like most launch controls, mash the brake, mash the gas, the car drops into cheetah stance, and off you go. Following these ingredients, Motor Trend was able to get a 1.98 second 0 to 60. Now, Motor Trend was able to keep the car after Tesla packed up and left and tried the Sprint without the ingredients listed above and still got a 2.07 second, and in regular drive mode, a 2.5 second. Really cool that Tesla is getting these times out in the wild. I still think it's a better deal than the Rimac Navara. Heading over to the Nurburgring, the crown has been passed from Mercedes-Benz to Porsche. A Manthey Porsche GT2 broke the previous record held by a Mercedes-Benz AMG GT Black Series by putting down a 6-minute, 43-second lap time, which is 5 seconds faster than the Benz. Now, you may be screaming, but this isn't Porsche, it's Manthey. Well, as a reminder, the Manthey Performance Kit is available through Porsche's Equipment accessory line. This kit includes a bunch of aero like carbon fiber underpan, spoiler flaps, and more. Also an in-house designed coilover kit and upgraded brake pads and brake lines. Porsche and Manthey explained that this performance kit is for the folk that like to track on the weekend, but also like to drive to work during the week. However, as of right now, this kit is only available in Europe. Let's see how long the GT2 can hold this record. We get an update from Lucid Motors this week on the soon-to-be released Lucid Air. Lucid has announced that they have opened a flagship office in the meatpacking district of New York City to complement their Chicago studio that opened a few weeks ago. They also announced that the Lucid Air should be ready for the second half of 2021. Lucid will have a few models, including the Lucid Air base model, priced at $69,900 USD with a range of 406 miles. The Lucid Air Touring Edition for $87,500 with a range of 406 miles, and also Lucid Air Grand Touring for $131,500 USD and a range of 517 miles. Let's see if Lucid is ready for the launch, as allegedly they have 10,000 paid reservations at this time. As a reminder, Lucid is also gearing up to manufacture an SUV model as well. There will be some serious competition for Tesla soon, and another startup to compete with the legacy manufacturer. Well, folks, that brings us to about Redline this week. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We cannot wait to see that brand new Ferrari hit the streets. Hey, are we missing some news? Our email's in the description. Drop us a note and we'll see if we can include that news in next week's episode. Also follow us on Instagram, it's below. Like, subscribe, and comment as much as you can to help us grow. Hey, until next time, keep it at Redline.